Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Before we begin our presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Nida Nurnadwati. I'd like to give a presentation about the crucial role of the teacher in language learning, a comprehensive analysis. Alright, I will begin by sharing the first slide. And the first is an abstract. This academic research paper explores the role of the teacher in language learning through an extensive review of existing literature, empirical studies, and pedagogical theories. The study aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of the teacher's role in fostering effective language learning environment by exploring the teacher responsibilities, instructional strategies, and interpersonal dynamics crucial for successful language acquisition. The teacher role is not only to facilitate language learning but also to act as a mentor, supporter, and motivator for students. The teacher creates a safe and inclusive learning environment, provide comprehensible input in the target language, and design projects that offer multifaceted learning opportunities. The teacher is not simply a provider of language but a designer and facilitator of learning. Let's move on to introduction. It discusses the role of the teacher in language learning. It provides an overview of the importance of language learning and introduces key aspects of the teacher's role in this process. It reviews prominent theories of language learning such as behaviorism, cognitivism, and constructivism. To build a theoretical foundation for understanding the teacher role, the paper discusses teacher responsibilities in language learning, including curriculum design and lesson planning, language input and output, and assessment and feedback. In addition, it also discusses learning strategies such as communicative language teaching, task based language teaching, and technology integration. The book also highlights the importance of interpersonal dynamics, including teacher-student relationship and cultural sensitivity. The role of the teacher is not only to facilitate language learning but also to act as a mentor, supporter, and motivator for students. Next, there is the methods. It describes various instructional strategies and approaches used in language teaching. Highlighting the role of the teacher in each method. The method discussed include communicative language teaching (CLT), test-based language teaching (TBLT), total physical response (TPR), grammar translation method, Suggestipedia, content and language integrated learning (CLIL), technology integration and flipped classroom. Each method has an unique characteristic and the role of the teacher is customized accordingly. Teacher responsibilities include designing and facilitating lessons, providing language input and feedback, creating a supportive learning environment, and integrating technology into lessons. Next, there is the results. The text emphasizes the multifaceted and pivotal role of the teacher in language learning. It discusses the teacher responsibilities, theoretical frameworks, instructional strategies, interpersonal dynamics, and the challenge faced by a teacher in language learning context. The teacher responsibilities include designing a curriculum, creating a conducive learning environment, providing language input and feedback, and implementing assessment. Theoretical frameworks such as behaviorism, cognitivism, and constructivism in for pedagogical approaches. Effective instructional strategies such as communicative language teaching (CLT) and test-based language teaching (TBLT) emphasize real-life communication and problem-solving situation. Interpersonal dynamics, technology integration, and practical solution for common challenge are also highlighted. The, ex- the text understand the text underscores the indispensability of the teacher in the language learning process and the need for ongoing research and professional development enhance the effectiveness of language educator. Next, there is discussion. The discussion highlights the multifaceted nature of language acquisition and the pivotal position of the teacher in guiding and shaping learners' linguistic competence. The review of prominent language learning theories underscore the importance of understanding the teacher role and how these theories inform pedagogical approaches. The responsibilities of the language teacher, such as curriculum design, lesson planning, and creative and conducive learning environment, are essential for providing a structured and progressive language learning experience. The teacher role in providing language input, modeling correct acquisition. The integration of technology, such as language learning apps and online research, present opportunities for additional language input and integrative learning experience, enhancing the teacher effectiveness in language instruction. Instructional strategies such as communicative language teaching (CLT), test-based language teaching (CBLT), total physical response (TPR), content and language integrated learning (CLIL), and the flipped classroom approach offer the first method for promoting language acquisition in authentic context and problem-solving situations. The strategies emphasize real-life communication, integrative learning, and the integration of language and content objectives, providing students with opportunities to learn both language and subject matter so simultaneously. Interpersonal dynamics such as teacher-student relationship and cultural sensitivity significantly contribute to a conducive learning environment, promoting confidence and motivation among learners. The positive and supportive relationship between the teacher and student foster an inclusive environment that respects and integrates diverse cultural perspectives, enhancing language learning through cultural awareness. The review of common challenges faced by teachers in language learning contexts, such as linguistic diversity, learner motivation, and limited research, highlight the need for practical solutions and strategies to overcome this challenge. Ongoing research and professional development are essential to enhance the effectiveness of language education in addressing the evolving landscape of language acquisition. In conclusion, the discussion emphasized the indispensable role of the teacher in the language learning process, instructional strategies, and interpersonal dynamic crucial for successful language acquisition. The multifaceted nature of language acquisition requires language educators to continuously adapt and develop their pedagogical approaches to meet the evolving needs of language learners. I'd like to conclude my presentation. The conclusion of the paper emphasized the indispensable role of the teacher in the language learning process and the need for ongoing research and professional development to enhance the effectiveness of language educator in addressing the evolving acquisition, which requires a language educator to constitutionally adapt and develop their pedagogical process to meet the evolving needs of language learners. The text also highlights the broader role of language educator as mentor, supporters, and motivators for students, and the importance of creating a safe, inclusive learning environment. The review of the teacher responsibilities, instructional strategies, and interpersonal dynamics is crucial for successful language acquisition. That's everything I want to say about my presentation for today. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.